Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mac and PC Prime Video. Today's tutorial is something many users have been waiting for. I'm going to show you how to run Android 17 directly on a Windows 11 PC without dual booting, without reinstalling Windows, and without relying on traditional Android emulators. This method allows you to experience a complete Android environment alongside Windows 11 with support for apps, multitasking, and the Google Play Store, so make sure to watch till the end. First, let's understand how this actually works, so you don't get confused during the setup. If you are not installing Android directly on your system like a separate operating system. Instead, we are using Android Studio, which is Google's official development tool. Inside this software, there is a feature called a virtual space, which allows you to run a full Android system inside Windows. So basically, Android will run like an app window on your PC, but internally it behaves like a real Android tablet. You will get the full interface, settings, Play Store, and all the features just like a normal Android device. Another important thing is that this is a clean Android experience. You will not get any ads, unnecessary bloatware, or third-party modifications. It's pure Android provided by Google, which makes it more stable and safe compared to many emulators. However, keep in mind that this setup is a bit heavy. It uses your system's RAM, CPU, and storage. So if your PC is low-end, you may face lag, but if you have a decent mid-range system, then it should run smoothly without any major issues. Now that you clearly understand how this works, let's move to the first setup, which is downloading Android Studio on your Windows PC. Open your browser and go to Google, then search for Android Studio. You will see the official website of Android Studio at the top, so open it. On that page, you will find the download button for the latest version, which is Panda 4. Click on the download button, accept the license terms, and the file will start downloading on your computer. Once the download is complete, open the installer file. Now you just need to follow the normal installation process. Just use the default settings and continue until the installation is finished. After the installation is completed, you will see an option to launch Android Studio. Make sure it is checked and click on Finish. Now Android Studio will open on your screen for the first time. On the first screen, simply click on Next. Then it will ask you to choose the setup type. Here, you just select Standard because it automatically configures everything for you, and then click Next again. Then it will show you a list of components that need to be downloaded, such as SDK tools and emulator files. These are required for running Android on your screen, so just accept the terms and proceed. Now Android Studio will start downloading all the necessary files in the background. This may take some time depending on your internet speed, so just wait until it completes. Once everything is installed, click on Finish. Now that everything is ready, we will create our Android device inside Android Studio. On the main screen, you will see an option called More Actions. Click on it, and then select Virtual Device Manager. This is the place where you can create and manage Android devices on your PC. Once it opens, click on Create Virtual Device. Now you will see different categories like phone, tablet, TV, and more. For the best experience, I recommend selecting a tablet device because it gives you a larger screen and feels more natural to use on a PC. You can select the Pixel tablet option and then click Next. After that, you will see a list of Android versions. Here, you need to select Android 17. Make sure you choose the version that includes Google Play Store support so that you can install apps easily later. If it's not downloaded yet, click on the download option and wait for it to finish. Now, you need to adjust a few important settings so that Android runs smoothly on your PC. Go to the Additional Settings section. Here you will find options related to performance and storage. First, set the RAM carefully. A good rule is to allocate around half of your system RAM. For example, if your PC has 16 GB RAM, then you can assign around 8 GB. Do not assign too much, otherwise your Windows performance may get affected. Next, you will see CPU core allocation. You can increase it depending on your processor. But again, do not assign all cores. Keep some resources for Windows so everything runs smoothly. After that, set the storage size according to your needs. If you plan to install apps and games, you can increase it. Otherwise, you can keep it normal. Also, make sure the boot option is set to Quick Boot so that Android starts faster after the first launch. You can also set the orientation to landscape for a better viewing experience on your PC screen. Go back to the Virtual Device Manager, and you will see the Android 17 device that you just created. Next to it, there will be a play button. Simply click on that play button to start the Android system. The first boot will take some time, because it's loading all the system files for the first time. After the first boot, it will start much faster every time. You can resize the window according to your preference, so if it feels too big or too small, you can adjust it easily. Once it loads, you will see a full Android interface on your screen, just like a tablet. Now complete the basic setup. You can open the Play Store, log in with your Google account, and start installing apps just like you would on a real Android device. The interface is smooth, clean, and completely free from ads or unnecessary apps. You already get basic Google apps like Chrome, Gmail, and YouTube, and you can install anything you want directly from the Play Store for normal usage like browsing, watching videos, using social media apps, or running productivity apps. It works very well. The performance is quite stable if your system has enough RAM and a decent processor. However, when it comes to gaming, you should not expect a perfect experience. Simple games and click-based games will run fine, but heavy games or games that require proper keyboard and mouse mapping may not work as expected. Since this is not a dedicated gaming emulator, some controls will still depend on touch simulation using your mouse. Overall, this setup is best for productivity app testing and general Android usage rather than hardcore gaming. So yeah guys, that's how you can install and run Android 17 on your Windows 11 PC using Android Studio. As you saw, the process is quite simple. If you follow all the steps properly, you don't need to format your system, you don't need a dual board, and you don't need any risky tools. Everything is done using an official method which makes it safe and reliable. If you have a decent PC, you will get a smooth and clean Android experience right inside Windows. It's perfect for testing apps using Android features, or even running apps on a second screen alongside your main work. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.